Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me with a couple of new items that I'm trying out as well, and a couple of things that I picked up over Black Friday. I went shopping and I purchased a couple of makeup items, so I'm really excited. And also the look that I'm going to be creating today will be with the Modern Renaissance palette. This is my beat up one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the reason I'm using this palette today is because I recently saw that it is only $29 at Ulta Beauty right now. I don't know how long the sale is going to last, but it's $29 right now for a $42 palette, which is a pretty great deal. And it's such a kind of like a staple palette to have, in my opinion, and I feel like you can get a lot of versatile looks out of it. It's definitely one of those palettes that can be worn year-round, but especially during the fall and winter seasons. So I think it's like the perfect time to kind of get some looks out of it and pick it up if you haven't already. So without further ado, let's start this get ready with me. So because it's the start of the winter months and it's starting to get cold and it's only getting colder, I am very, very dry right now. I typically have very dry skin, but right now it's just like it's begging for moisture. As much as I moisturize it, it's just not enough for the skin. So I'm going to go in with my favorite moisturizer, and that is the Neutrogena HydroBoost moisturizer. I absolutely love this moisturizer. I am definitely repurchasing. It is almost done. And right now I'm using the one for extra dry skin, and during the winter months it's perfect because that's when my skin is extra dry, and I just kind of slather that on, and I just feel that I get such a nice, like my skin just feels so nice and supple after this. Definitely recommend this moisturizer, and you can pick it up at the drugstore, which is great. It feels like a high-end moisturizer at a drugstore price, and it's great. And it's like more on the higher end of the drugstore because it's like $15 a pot, but honestly it's so worth it when it makes your skin feel so good. So this isn't really like a makeup step that I usually do, but so I picked this up at Ulta the other day because again the cold is coming, so my lips were going through it. They were so dry and they were like burnt from the cold, and it wasn't even, I mean, it's not even that cold compared to how it's going to be during the winter. I mean, it was like in the 40s, right? I really needed something to like exfoliate them and just kind of get them back to normal and kind of put that moisture back into my lips, because it was not fun and it was not cute. So I picked up this lip scrub from Frank Body, and this is what the packaging looks like. So this isn't my first time using it, but I just wanted to show you guys the packaging in case you wanted to pick one up at the store so you knew what it looked like. And this one smells, they have two. They have one that smells like cherries, but I didn't really like it. It kind of smelled like Robitussin, and I'm not a fan of that smell. But this one smells like coffee. It's like a coffee sugar lip scrub, and it smells so good. It smells, I love the scent of coffee. If you're not a fan of coffee, I suggest going with the cherry one. I'm personally a huge fan of coffee, so the stronger the coffee scent, the better. Like, it is great. And so I'm just gonna exfoliate my lips here, just because I feel like they need a little, I just feel like they need a little extra love today. So I'm just gonna wipe this off with just a wipe. So I definitely feel like that made a difference in my lips. Like, they feel like brand new skin. Like, it definitely took off the dead skin, and now what's left is like a nice plump, very soft feeling lip, and I love that. So now I'm going to start getting my eyes primed. Today I'm going to start with my eyes. Usually I typically always start with my eyes, and I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape concealer and just pop that on my lids. And I'm going to take this IT Cosmetics brush that I recently picked up at Ulta as well. And it's the number 101 Airbrush Blurring Foundation brush. And I'm just gonna, it's a foundation brush, but I'm just gonna use it to prime my eyelids. I just want to get some use out of this brush in this video since I did pick it up. But I got a brush set as well from Morphe, and it's called the Grand Masters brush set. It's 20 brushes and it comes with 12 eye brushes and 8 face brushes. I'll be mostly using those out today with my look. The one thing about them, typically Morphe brushes have the names written on them, like if it's a Morphe Y14 brush or whatever. If I'm using them in a video, I can't really tell you I'm using it in Morphe blah blah. So that's the only downside to them. So they don't look as luxurious as other Morphe brushes do, but you know, they're very soft. The bristles are really soft, and they're the type of brushes that you're just, you know that they're gonna get the job done. So, you know, that's why I don't mind the whole not looking so luxurious. Just looking at it, I think it's a really good set for anyone who's beginning and doesn't have a lot of brushes to their collection. I feel like it has everything that you're possibly going to need when doing a full face of makeup. So I'm going to take this kind of, it's kind of like fluffy paddle brush from the Morphe set. I'm going to dip into this shade right here from the Modern Renaissance palette called Tempera. This is just a white shade. And I'm going to just set my concealer with that. I love a palette that has just a regular matte, like white or cream color that I can just set my concealer with, because that means I don't have to go and look for another like powder or something. I just like having everything in one place. For some reason I get redness like in my nose area. It looks like I got sunburned, which I'm not sure why. It literally looks right now, because I have the concealer on, it looks like I'm wearing a ski mask, like I got a ski mask burn or something. But I don't know, does that happen to any of you at all? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know what it is. Like this part, it's both my dry patches and redness, so like I have to conceal that redness whenever I put on makeup, and it's kind of frustrating. So let me know if you guys have that, and if you do you do anything about it, or do you just like kind of live life? Let me know. Anyway, so next, I don't know what kind of look do we want to go for today. I feel like I already did like that cranberry berry look. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like, right? You got your nice berries, and like you got some neutrals and browns. So like you have the potential to make a very bold look and a very neutral look as well, which honestly it's a very versatile palette. And you got your you got a couple shimmers in there with mostly mattes. Honestly, I love this palette, and so much makeup has come out since that I feel like it just got pushed to the side, when really when this came out it was groundbreaking. Everyone was like, Anastasia did that. This set the standard for Anastasia and their palettes. So, I mean, we should revisit it, a goodie. So I'm going to go into the color Burnt Orange. So I'm going to go into the color here, Burnt Orange, on just a fluffy brush from this Morphe set, and I'm going to start buffing it into my crease. I still don't know what kind of look I'm going for here, but we'll figure it out together. Did you guys do any Black Friday shopping? If so, what did you get? I always feel like I never really take full advantage of Black Friday shopping. Only because I have a spending problem. And so I try to just avoid it in general, because once I go down a slippery slope, I'm just like, you spent way too much money, girl. And then just, you know, live in self-loathing for a couple months. So I try to avoid Black Friday shopping unless I like absolutely need something. But let me know what you guys got. Now, what I'm super excited about is the Bath and Body Works candle sale. I'm so excited for that. So I'm just gonna continue buffing that into the crease. There is fallout in it, I will say, but I've never really been bothered by fallout. As long as you are performing and doing what I need you to do in terms of blendability and showing up, I don't mind a little fallout. And that's why I typically do my eyes first anyway, especially if I'm working with really like dark shades like purples or even blues, stuff like that. I typically do my eyes first, so that way I can just wipe it off my face with a makeup wipe and then not worry about altering the rest of my makeup. Because if you've ever tried to remove like purple eyeshadow off of an already set foundation, I'm pretty sure it's a ring in hell. No one likes to deal with that. I feel like I want to bring this up higher. I'm just gonna keep blending here. Just keep blending and blending and blending and blending. No, you gotta keep on blending. What are we trying to go for here? What's this look? Honestly, let's just go bold. Why not? So I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to dip into this color right here, the Cypress Umber brown shade. And what I think I want to do is, okay, I'm going to start in the outer corner, but I want to get this all over the lid. Honestly, when in doubt ever, blend. And what I think I want to do with this is kind of like a spotlight-ish kind of eye. So what I'm going to do is grab my concealer again, and I'm gonna get this little flat concealer brush and then just pop it onto the center of my eye here. It'll look good, don't worry. And then do the same here. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now, but don't worry, we got this. Okay, so I'm taking the same brush, that little concealer brush. I just wiped off the concealer from it, and I'm gonna take this color right here called Primavera. And I'm gonna pop it over the concealer. So far, I really do like these brushes. I feel like they do get that job done. I have not had any problem blending with them. So I know that $75 for a brush set seems pretty pricey, but if you're looking at it, it's about $375 a brush if you're doing the math, and that's honestly not bad. For some good quality brushes, that's not bad. I know with like e.l.f. brushes you can get them for like even $1, but that's like for the really cheap ones. But like the more higher end e.l.f. ones, they're gonna cost you about $3 to $4 or even $6. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the gold on. I think it's really pretty, but we're gonna clean that up a bit. So I'm gonna take the shader brush again and go back into that brown and kind of clean up those corners a bit. All right, so for a little extraness, you can totally skip it. And this isn't part of the palette, but this is a Supernova shadow from Colourpop. And it is from the Kathleen Lights Zodiac collection. And it is the color Astrology. I'm going to take that onto the same brush that I used for the shimmer shade as well. I'm going to just take it at the tip here. The thinnest part of the brush. I'm going to kind of define my crease a little bit more. Let me know if you guys want me to do any. I have the Kathleen Lights Zodiac collection and the palette. And let me know if you guys want me to do any looks with that. I feel like it's a palette that doesn't get talked about much. It definitely needs more recognition. My little bias because I really love Zodiac related things maybe, but I honestly think it's a very good palette and it has such a good formula as well, and it's affordable. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna add a little bit more dimension to the little spotlight and kind of dab. Just gonna dab a little of it throughout. I like that. I'm gonna do the same with the other eye. Okay, so I think I'm happy with the eyes like this. It looks more complete when you finish it up, so, but let me finish up my face first. So we'll move into that. So for primer, I'm going with the J.One Jelly Pack and going to put some on my hand and then dab some on my face. Now the key to making this primer work is to tap it in rather than rubbing it in. Foundation that I'm going in with today is the Chanel VitaLumiere Aqua, and I am in the shade 21 Beige. If you guys recall and remember, I did that first impressions of that NARS foundation, the semi-matte one. I don't remember what the full name of the foundation was, but it was that NARS one, and it just did not sit well with my skin. I just felt like my skin was rejecting the foundation, and you could see on camera that it was just like, it did not cover up my redness, and it was just like dry patches here, and I could just see dry patches everywhere. So I then went and returned that one, and then I got this Chanel one instead. So I'm gonna go in. This Chanel one has SPF 15 too, which is nice. What I don't like about it is that it's not a pump or anything. I just like have to squeeze it out like this on my hand, and it's very liquidy. Okay, so I'm taking this brush from the Morphe set, which I assume is their foundation brush, and I'm just going to work that into my face. I don't know if I like this brush for foundation. I'm going to switch over to that IT Cosmetics one and work it in with that one. Now, I'm usually a medium to full coverage kind of gal, but I have a lot of days where I'm not really wearing much makeup, and so for my day-to-day, I kind of want a nice, just skin looking foundation that I don't have to really do much with it. So I think I just want a little bit more coverage on the nose area because I have that redness there, but I feel like it got a pretty good like coverage on the skin here. I feel like this got me to the coverage that I'm pretty comfortable with. I would say it's a light to medium coverage foundation, and it looks like skin. It feels very light on the face. It feels very light on the face. It doesn't feel like I have much on, which is always a good feeling. But the one thing I will say that it has a strong perfumey kind of scent. And so if you're sensitive to smells, I am not sure. All right, so next I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm going to go with my Tarte Shape Tape. And for contour, specifically my nose contour, so I don't know why, but I saw it and I was like, I want it. And it was 18 bucks, and then with like the 25% off, it was less than that. I can't do math. But I got this Morphe Nose Contour 360 Nose Contour collection by Morphe and Brittany Bear. So I want to test it out. So it says I should take the M3 brush, which is this one right here. It's this little thin one. With the M3 brush, take a contour shade and draw 2 parallel lines down the bridge of the nose. Using the same brush, apply contour to the side and bottom to achieve a slimmer nose. So I'm taking this and I'm drawing. Oh god, this is dark. I will say, thought this was a gimmick, but those are the straightest lines I've ever drawn on my nose. I'm gonna act like I don't know how to contour my nose, and I've never done it before, and go by what the instructions on the box tell me. So I typically don't put it there, but if that's how Brittany Bear does it and Morphe is telling me to do it, I'm gonna do it. Alright, so next step is use the M6 brush and contour shade. Connect both sides. What? Okay, so now I take this one, this M6 brush, and it says using the M6 brush and contour shade, so my same contour shade, connect both sides by drawing a straight line directly above the nostrils. This will create a button-like nose. This is a thick brush. Why am I drawing a... I need you guys to see what these instructions look like. So like I'm supposed to achieve this thin line right here with this brush. Okay. Directly above the nostrils, and this will create a button-like nose. Okay. Was this telling me to use powder contour this whole time? Because I didn't use that. Okay, so now it says take a lighter shade setting powder and begin to camouflage. Okay, so it says to take a lighter shade powder. I'm gonna use this foundation powder I have. It says just start blending it out with this. What the hell, Brittany Bear? Okay, it says to just like go in like zigzag motion, so that's what I'm gonna do because Brittany Bear told me to. Wavy. I'm gonna take some concealer and put it down the side of my nose. Okay, honestly, it's not bad for blending, but what I would do differently is not do that line. I feel like I look stupid. Feel like I'm getting this look, Brittany. Okay, I need you to see what Brittany Bear looks like in this photo. Like that is a snatched nose. Meanwhile, I feel like it looks muddy. Does it look muddy? Let me know in the comment section if it looks muddy. So next up I'm gonna finish my under eye. I'm going to take a dense brush like this, and then I'm going to take that burnt orange shade from before and then just running it underneath the lash line, and then with a more precise dense brush like this one, I'm going to go in to that Cypress Umber brown, and that one I'm going to take right there I'm gonna take this Marc Jacobs highlighter. It's like a sample that I got, but I do really like it. I'm just gonna tight line and run it underneath my waterline as well. Honestly, I'm not that mad at this nose contour. It's actually pretty nice. And we're going to finish the face. So next I'm going to take this, little contour looking brush from the Morphe brush set. And I'm gonna dip into my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Next up, I'm gonna go with this little brush right here. And I'm gonna dip into this Makeup Revolution blush palette. And I'm gonna dip into these two shades down here. These two. Next up, I'm gonna take this Amrezy Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. And that one I'm going to take on my Morphe Y14 brush, just because this is my favorite highlighting brush. Next up, I'm just going to pop on some falsies. I'm going to pop on these iconic lashes. We're gonna move on to lips, but before I move on to lips, I'm gonna do my inner corner highlight, and I'm just gonna use the same highlight that we used on my face, the Amrezy Anastasia one, and I'm just gonna pop that into my inner corner. For lips, I'm thinking something natural, so I'm gonna go with this Milani lip liner, and it's in the shade 03 Nude, and I'm just gonna line my lips with it. What I should have done is zoomed you out, but I didn't. So the lipstick I'm gonna go in with is a Matte X formula from Colourpop, and the shade She Bad. And this is a very nude. Alright, so this is the completed look. I'm actually really digging this. The skin is looking really nice. I'm really liking this foundation. It feels like I have nothing on my skin, which is great. And it gave me a little coverage, like my skin. It's like my skin but better. And of course I applied the other stuff on top, but I mean, it's not emphasizing any of my dry patches. I really like how this look came out. And again, if you guys haven't picked up the Modern Renaissance palette at all and it's not in your collection, I definitely recommend going out and picking it up, especially since it's at such a good price point right now. This is fun. Let me know if you guys like this kind of style of get ready with me where I talk about like things that I've bought. Let me know if you guys want me to do that a little more, like every time I like kind of add more things to my collection, just kind of do like this kind of get ready with me sort of situation here. Honestly, that Britney Bear, this nose contour looks good. Honestly, my nose is snatched. It is. I'm not gonna lie. I doubted you, Britney Bear, but she cute. She cute. It's like plastic surgery, but without, like, you know, the thousands of dollars. And that's my budget. I hope you like this end result look. And if you haven't already, guys, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please be sure to leave it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below what else you want to see from me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I think I have a coffee bean in my teeth. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I feel like this eye is like your cousin that travels and goes to Bali and she's like really well versed and all that. And this one is like you. Me. Like, you know, the one that is a disappointment. The under the nose one I do because I only have like 3 eyelash hairs down there, but we're gonna make those 3 pop.